Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. If you aren't already subscribed, please do that now because I would absolutely love to have you as part of our family here on YouTube. If you've been following my journey for a while, you know that there's some big freaking changes happening. Huge, quite literally, huge changes. I am about 28 weeks pregnant and I get so many questions all of the time on Instagram and comments on here asking me if this is safe to use and if that is safe to use and if that's safe to do and all of that stuff when pregnant. I wanted to do a little recap here about all of the ways that I have drastically changed my lifestyle since becoming pregnant again in December. Merry Christmas to us! How long do I have left? Forever. For any inquisitive mamas to be, I hope that this video is helpful for you, and if you're not pregnant, hopefully this is just entertaining so you can hear all of the crazy shit that happens to you when you're pregnant and all of the drastic changes that I have had to make in my life. I am not here for all of the changes that have been happening. Some of them are magical and wonderful and beautiful, and some of them not so much. Let's start with skincare because I feel like that's always something a lot of people have questions about. What is pregnancy safe? What isn't pregnancy safe? At the end of the day, consult with your doctor. I am not one, in case you didn't figure that out yet. One of the major pregnancy symptoms that I've had, and I've spoken about this at length before, is cystic acne. Never had a lot of acne in my life, but in both pregnancies, I've had pretty bad acne, bodily acne, as well as facial acne. And a lot of the ingredients that you use to combat acne are not pregnancy safe, which is really convenient. I have been swapping out things like salicylic acid and glycolic acid, all of those kind of hyperactive chemically ingredients. I'm trying to find more natural alternatives for that to still help me feel like I'm taking care of myself, taking care of my skin. One of the things I found super helpful for my skin is tea tree oil. You do also have to be really careful with tea tree oil when you're using it topically. You want to make sure that it's diluted with an oil, some sort of oil base that is not active, that is calming and soothing, etc. Tea tree oil is a natural ingredient that I have had no issue with throughout both of my pregnancies. Again, consult with your doctor. You'll see things online that say it's totally fine and that it's totally not okay at all. You just need to make an educated decision on what works for you. I personally have found that tea tree oil mixed with some sort of hydrating, calming base oil has been really helpful for clearing up my skin. I know retinol is a super trendy skincare product for people to use, especially us millennial females who want to combat signs of aging, but it is not something that you want to mess with while you're pregnant. So finding natural alternatives that just have less harsh chemicals in them is going to be really helpful to you. Hydration is just really important. Protecting your skin from the sun is really important. Kind of go back to basics with your skincare. Before all the fancy Instagram ads started pulling us into all of the things that we need to load up and the 25 serums we need to pack on our face day in and day out, just go back to basics. Wash your face, moisturize your face. Use something that is relatively chemical free and you should be good to go. I've been using at-home devices, things that don't actually put any ingredients on top of my skin that could get soaked into my pores, etc., etc. Little tools and devices have been really fun for me to use throughout my pregnancy, so I'm just kind of experimenting with stuff at home. As far as toiletries and things like that are concerned, I have also made some major adjustments there. I feel like when you're pregnant, the natural, organic, non-toxic, chemical-free route is probably like the safest bet as like a general statement. So one of the major changes I've made at first anyway was deodorant. Thank you to Native for sponsoring this video and also for making deodorant that actually smells delicious and works. I was such a skeptic, but when I became pregnant, I looked into it more because I saw so many Instagram ads and influencers talking about switching. I grabbed some Native deodorant for the first time actually at Target, just on a shopping trip there. I saw it. I really loved the beautiful packaging. I'm a sucker for packaging, so I wanted to give it a shot, became a regular customer, and that's why it was so fun when they reached out wanting to work together. But my favorite scent is the coconut and vanilla. They also have citrus and herbal musk and eucalyptus and mint, which is a really nice smell as well. This stuff really does work. Put it on in the morning. I don't need to put it on a million times throughout the day or anything like that. It smells so fresh, so clean, and so yummy all day long. I am here for that. It's paraben free and aluminum free, and that's the big one, aluminum. A lot of deodorants have aluminum in them. Native deodorant is how I got familiar familiar with the brand. Again, it all started from packaging, but the product is actually amazing. Then I discovered that they have other products that I thought would be really beneficial for me, particularly during my pregnancy, like toothpaste. It's fluoride free, has a minty fresh taste and flavor and smell. It uses charcoal to get the staining off of your teeth. And then I also started using their body wash. This is their eucalyptus and mint scent, which is just really nice and fresh, especially in the shower. You come out just feeling like invigorated and clean. All the things that you want to feel when you walk out of the shower. It's sulfate free, it's paraben free, all really simple, basic, clean ingredients that just do their job well. Native is partnering with the LGBT Asylum Project, a nonprofit based in San Francisco that's dedicated to providing accessible legal representation to members of the LGBTQ+ community seeking refuge, security, and safety within the city. If you guys want to try out some Native products for yourself, click the link in the video description below. 3 deodorants are normally $36, but if you use my link and code ShenaeGB, you'll get them for $24. That is 33% off, and with my code, you can also get 20% off any body wash or toothpaste. I did not think I could be converted ever. I thought like you would still be stinky and it just wouldn't do its job. This stuff does its job. Try it before you knock it. Don't knock it till you try it is the correct way to say that saying. Moving on. I do still love to have my nails done, but I started doing them at home. Isn't necessarily pregnancy specific. It's also very much like COVID specific. Whether you're using an at-home gel set or an at-home dip set or just regular polish or whatever, but I mess up my nails in 2 seconds, so I need something that's far more long lasting than that. While I don't use products that are particularly natural, of course you can go to like that end of the spectrum, I do think that it's better for me to be using them at home. I'm in a well-ventilated area, not in a nail salon with like 30 other people getting their nails done with all of these chemicals in the air. Maybe it's in my head, maybe it's not, but when I walk into a nail salon and just get like overwhelmed with the crazy like nail product fumes, I feel like that's probably not the best thing to do while pregnant. So I've been using dip on my nails recently. I really like the way that they turn out. I have also made some changes with my makeup and of course house cleaning products. I did that in my first pregnancy though and have kind of maintained that ever since. When you have like a baby crawling around everywhere, touching every surface, shoving their hands in their mouth at all times, you want to make sure that you're not using anything that's too harsh because ultimately they'll wipe their hands on it and then ingest it. So we keep everything as natural and clean as possible. Another major change has been my diet. Ooh, my diet. I literally can't stop eating. I was never ever a breakfast eater. I would drink coffee for breakfast. And then when I got pregnant the first time, I was like, oh shit, I'm hungry. Like I need to eat in the morning. This pregnancy, I have been like extra hungry. I have 2 breakfasts every single morning. I have to eat something as soon as I wake up, and then I have like a second breakfast around 9 a.m. or something. YOLO! I want to eat everything. I want to eat all the snacks. I want to indulge in every craving. I've been doing just that. One of my major cravings throughout this pregnancy and last time was meat. Prior to finding out that I was pregnant and having this massive meat craving, I had actually switched to a predominantly vegetarian diet for a year. And I really liked it. Like I didn't miss meat at all. I've been eating a lot of meat, like every day. That's another thing that's changed. I'm so tired all the time, like I cannot help compulsively yawning. Sorry. So rude. You name it, I'll eat it. Bacon, yup. Steak, yup. Hamburgers, yup. Chicken, yup. Chicken wings, oh, yup. Chicken nuggets, mwah. And you're not supposed to eat deli meats when you're pregnant, but I don't listen to that rule. I wouldn't recommend it. I'm just saying that I do it. I've never had any issue. Just don't eat deli meat unless you really want to, and then fuck it. I mean, do what you want. Obviously, no coffee. I only have decaf coffee. I think you are allowed 8 ounces of caffeinated coffee a day or something like that. But I usually like to save that for like an Arnold Palmer or an iced matcha latte with coconut milk and half a pump of classic syrup from Starbucks. That's my drink. I feel like I get the same kind of placebo effect from decaf coffee, to be honest. It tastes just like the real stuff. It tricks my mind into thinking that, you know, the coffee's doing its job. Again. I'm so sorry. I guess that's a good segue to the next area of my life that has changed drastically since becoming pregnant. I was waking up usually around 4:30 a.m. Then when I became pregnant, my body was like, no girl, you need to rein it in. You need sleep, you need rest. Now the earliest I will wake up is like 5:15, and that's only a couple days a week if I have like early morning calls or something like that with the East Coast. I usually sleep until Bowie wakes me up around 6-ish, 6:30. And I just have to embrace that I'm not gonna get as much done in a day as I did prior to becoming pregnant. The biggest frustration about the whole pregnancy thing for me is just like needing to slow down. Working out is really important to me. It became super important to me after Bowie was born, and I've really missed doing that as much as I would like to. I was keeping up with my workouts pretty amazingly in the first trimester and even well into my second trimester, but now that I'm on the tail end of my second trimester, I'm just too tired to keep up with my workouts the way that I was doing it. Normally my workout routine was always 3 HIIT workouts a week, and then I would try to get in some cardio. And then when I first got pregnant, I was keeping that up for a while. Then I had to start really altering the workouts. I wasn't able to do any more ab workouts or anything like that. That's a really important tip. You don't want to get diastasis recti. The way to do that is just avoiding ab exercises, avoiding plank positions, that push-up position, anything where like the weight is really bearing down on your abs or you're tensing your abs too much. It's gonna pull your abs apart and cause that separation that can be really hard to repair postpartum. So just avoid it. I got a spin bike because I felt like that would be really helpful for me throughout my pregnancy. And I was doing spin classes like 3 times a week. I did a spin class this morning for the first time in a couple weeks because I was like, I gotta push myself. I gotta stay on track. The HIIT workouts are getting harder and harder. I'm only doing about 1 a week, so I really do need to be more active physically. I'm gonna do a spin class today. Bad idea. I mean, it was a great idea in theory because it did feel really good and I am glad I did it, but this baby is sitting so low. It's like it's so hard to move my legs from a seated position. Once I stand in the spin bike, I'm all right. Like I have enough distance between my stomach and my legs to actually pedal them. But when I'm sitting down, I can just like, I'm knocking him around the whole time. For these last 12 weeks of my pregnancy, I'm gonna have to go way more low impact, go for more minimal movements. I am just trying to take care of myself and everybody else and all of the work obligations that I have to get done before I take some time off to enjoy my newborn. Lots and lots of changes for sure, and things that are just like good to be aware of, good to accept. Your body's working in overdrive basically, and it can leave you vulnerable. You are a little bit more fragile, and that's okay because you are baking a little baby. You are working on the miracle of life. Your body is just doing some magical shit. There's so many amazing products out there that do their job while keeping you, your family, and your little baby bump nice and safe. And if you have to alter things like your diet or your exercise routine or any component of your lifestyle, just roll with it because it's temporary. If you are currently pregnant like I am, I'm just sending you like the biggest virtual hug and congratulations to you. It is a wild journey that we are on, and I hope you are finding your joy in it. Once again, please make sure you're subscribed to my channel. It would mean so much to me to have you here, and we do have a new family vlog going up this Sunday, and I will see you guys next Wednesday for another little chit chat. Mwah!